So what if this is the outcome that maybe if I put in all the factors, a scenario would make this likely, and it's not impossible what I'm talking about, is the elites who are both unwilling but also incapable. And when I say incapable, I don't mean it's humanly incapable. It is a possibility. It's just that for them, like if somebody buys me a lottery ticket against my wishes and I win $1 million, I'll be a millionaire. But I'm telling you that being a millionaire or a billionaire, pretty much all other ways, makes people the villains of history. So the elites are villains because you can't have that much at the same time as being aware that others have less than they need and not be a villain. Okay, so let's say things get pretty bad in the next couple of years to the point that the illusion that we're working on ways to go populate other planets that ignorant people think is a possibility, including some elites, because they're not the best of the best. The elites are not the best our species has to offer. Okay, and if you're a religious person, did you think Jesus was really well off? And if not, do you judge him negatively for it? Or do you respect the fact that he helped people but that he had very little? But again, you know, can he have very little if he can work miracles? There's a lot of nonsense in it. But let's say the heat gets so bad and countries that are tired of having these water wars or food wars or continue to burn fossil fuel wars and the paranoia that comes with it to invest in their military instead of invest in the future, which is very different. Because to invest in the future, first of all, you have to invest in the oversight of what went wrong with education, with democracies, with mental health, with worldviews, ideologies. You'd have to invest in that if you want to invest in the future. Oversight what went wrong, then oversight once you know how that leads to evolutionary dead ends. Like if, for example, India, that populates and populates, but goes other places because it's unlivable there, except for the comfort of their elites. And when they come, let's say they don't have life skills, or they don't, and life skills, I'm talking about the ability to interact with others in a way that largely is fun for both people. And it could be in business transactions, it could be at leisure, it could be whatever. Like we shouldn't be upset with them for leaving as much as their elites, but also as much as ourselves who don't have these skill sets that we criticize them to not have as well, right? Because our culture, like every other culture, doesn't prioritize the happiness index or the skills social creatures need to form healthy communities that can actually be resilient. But what if the heat is so bad that elites they're not telling you this, but most of them aren't dumb enough or even would choose to believe that we were very close, before the end of things. The end of the stability of the biosphere that we're so lucky to have, if you believe in the rare earth hypothesis, is which makes sense. But then what if what made it rare was a godlike creature, but then the godlike creature doesn't even have common decency and respect to protect the biosphere from us and come get us the hell out of here? But what if these wars get so bad and the heat gets so bad and the elites can't even provide water or food for most of their population? Well, they're going to go not to other planets when it becomes socially unlivable for them because they're at risk, but also they're going to be extremely uncomfortable. Otherwise they're always inside. They can't even go outside. Well, they're not going to go to other planets. They're going to go to bunkers. Okay, and these bunkers have probably been built, and they probably are kind of ready for a lot of the elite families and conglomerates, kind of associations of the world, both politicians, both religious, both business world. And they're still dumb. Like, they don't realize they'll have to be there for the rest of their life, the rest of their kids' life, the rest of their grandkids' lives. They don't understand how bad things are as they continue to screw things up. But what if, right before they go into these bunkers, they trigger through, oh, it was that person or an accident or whatever, nuclear events that create global cooling, like a winter. What do you call it? Global winter. To slow down the warming, or to, which again is a stupid thing that shows they don't understand the entire system. It's not just about temperature to make it that they can come out of their bunker, but again, your elites that most of you admire aren't the brightest or caring or balanced people of the world. So they're self-serving. So they'll be comfortable. Their bunkers and their bloodlines will die out, but they won't be the only ones.